So the plan is I'm going to use another tool to get your answers, right? Another tool to get your answers, right? So first one, what I'm going to do, I will ask we'll have okay, first one, Q11. So you can think about the answer now, and then I will give you a tool to answer. That we don't need to have like traditional way of answering questions. So answer for 1B, right? Ready? Find the answer for these two questions. That means part 1, A and B. When you are ready, you can raise your hands. Don't share the answer. When you are ready, raise your hands. If you found the answer for question number 1, part 1, A and B, you can raise your hands. No one is knows the answer for the first one. Part 1, A and B. When you're ready, raise your hands. Okay, Imash, raise hands. Think about what is the input, what is the output, that's all. Right, now I will share the tool to give you answers, right? Here is the tool. I need to first for the part A, then I will get the answer for part B, right? So let me share. Okay. So let me give you this. Go to menti.com, use the code 43465770 and type your answer for part A. What is the part A? Mention input and output. Obtain money from ATM machine using the card. So that's the question. Type your answer. When you type, you can say input. You can have a space and then answer. Output, space, you can have an answer. You can lower the hands now. Any money from ATM machine using the card, you have to type the answer, input, space, the answer, output space the answer using menti.com. Go to menti.com, use the code, type the answer. I got answers only from 4. About the others? So although there are 3 boxes, you can use only 2 boxes. In the first box, you put input space the answer. The second one, input space the answer. Okay, let's discuss the answer using the inputs. So the inputs, enter the ATM, enter ATM card, insert the ATM card, input ATM. Simply you can say input is ATM, isn't it? So that's the input. What is the output? Yeah, simply we can say money. That's all, right? So the input will be the ATM, output will be the money. Okay, good. Let's move to the second one. Okay, so the second question is part 1A, preparing reports of employees' attendance using fingerprint machine, right? Preparing reports of employees' attendance using fingerprint machine, right? So let's provide the answer for that. Now you know how to do. First one, you say input space, whatever it is. Then second one, output. Preparing reports of employees' attendance using fingerprint machine. Okay, so hope you are ready. Yes. Are you ready? Right. Okay. So now I'm going to again share the screen. So this is part B answer. You are already logged on to menti.com. You can use it to answer. Yes. You got one answer. About the others? Right. Preparing reports of employee attendance using fingerprint machine. So the input is fingerprint. Simply, you can get input as a fingerprint. Yes. And then the output is attendance report. You can get output as attendance report. Make a note of that. Good. I think we are going good. So let me go to the next question. Again, you can think about this. We'll switch the question paper. So I'm going to now have the discuss the answers for part 2 and part 3, right? Like in previous case, right? The question is, think about the answer for the part 2. Question 1, part 2. Mention 2 services that student and teachers can provide through a learning management system. Second one, mention 2 services that are available under telemedicine. Think about the answers for these 2. Right. Let's start. I'm sharing the system where you can answer. Right. Let's have the answer for the first one. Mention 2 services that student and teachers can provide through learning management system. If you have a learning management system, LMS, like what we used to have, I didn't remember, there are a website where you can download question papers. What was it? The government is having an ඔයාලට මතකද අපි අර මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන හැම වෙලේම ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ papers එහෙම තියෙන මොකක්ද? What was it? Question papers videos එහෙම තියෙන්නේ. ඔයාලගේ හැම grade එකටම e-taxala. Yes. So for example, e-taxala is a LMS. Think about that. And can you think, come up with like 2 services then? Yes. Right. What are the things? Yes, type. Hurry up, guys. For example, in e-Taksala, what you can do? We need to answer. Yeah, you can make mistakes. I already told you, right? I'm not going to blame anyone if you type something not relevant. That's perfectly all right with me. Wow. Yes, 3 of you have answered. Yeah. Students can ask questions via forums. Good one. Yes. Now in LMS, we have something called forums where you can ask questions and teachers can answer those questions, or even other students can answer those, right? And teachers can upload assignment. Yes, I take the first answer. Then students can join co-curricular activities in their houses via video conferencing. Yes, that is also possible. There are other activities like games, like quizzes, like question papers. So student can involve those. And then teachers can have material like videos, then PowerPoint presentations, they can share through the LMS. Whatever you put there, students can download. Then can learn from anywhere at any time. Yes, student can learn at their pace, meaning like depend on the, because some students are fast learners, some are slow learners. We know we are different, right? So in that sense, you can learn at leisurely, no hurry, like in a class. Then, yeah, student can submit assignments. It's easier, right? Traditional way, sometimes quite difficult, but online submission of assignment is easy. And then, effectively you can manage, especially deadlines and so on, right? Supervision can be done. Yes, student can supervise. Good point. Any person can connect and learn from any university or learning center. Yeah, that is also one thing. Learn from anywhere, from any time and any device. Yes, and you have a more freedom. So for example, teachers can post both video and a note. Some students prefer video, some prefer a note, because we look for different things. Okay, for students able to submit queries, yes, you can ask questions and teachers can supervise. Okay, publish results, good one. So you can share the grades quickly through the LMS. Good point. I think those who have answered, these are excellent answers. Right. Let's move to the next part, the second question. Mention 2 services that are available under telemedicine. Come on. What is telemedicine, first of all? ඔව්යනල් උත්තරේ හරි ඇයි එක ටයිප් කරන්න. Okay, we have got one answer. Good. How about the others? You can make mistakes. I already told you, like, don't worry. You always type whatever you answer, right? I'm here to correct your answer. So only way to do this, you type the answer, because anyway you have to, you know, type answers in the exam, right? Yes, I got 4 answers. How about the others? Why don't you try? Hmm? Right, good one. So let's discuss the answers. I got enough answers from you. Yes, telemedicine. What is telemedicine, first of all? Right? We can, especially in healthcare sector, you can get of help of doctor, right? Through telemedicine. But remember, when you're doing so, you have to have a special doctor or a trained personnel with you. Without that, it won't be called telemedicine. Because, for example, patient cannot exactly tell what the issues are. So somebody should be supported in telemedicine, right? So telemedicine consultation, yes, you can train people using telemedicine, and you can perform remote surgery or telesurgery. Yeah, that is a good answer. Teletraining is the same thing. You can connect to a doctor through the remote area using internet. Yes, you can train students. Home health medicine, yes. Home health medicine means you can have a monitoring system. You provide the health care from home. Now, for example, COVID situation in even Sri Lanka, we had patients at home, but we didn't have the facility like in foreign countries. So usually they have some monitoring mechanism, right? So sometimes they have devices installed in the home, and doctors can observe from hospital. That's really how people should manage. So this is called home health medicine. So that's also a good one. Then we can provide healthcare through home monitoring system, home health medicine, yes. Medical teletraining. Okay, I think those are the things. You can have telemedicine consultation. So that is also the, I think you have mentioned all the things that we have discussed in the theory. Okay, good. I want you to take the maximum out of this one. Otherwise, there's no point discussing the answers. Right, let's move to the next question. So I'll be sharing the paper. So the next part we are going to discuss, right, answers for the question number 4 and question number 5. Take some time to think about the answer. Then I will provide the facility to enter the answer. Right. The first question, number 4, is about 2 advantages a person can gain when purchasing an item through online shopping. So we have a traditional shopping and we have an online shopping. So what are the advantages? I think it's an easy question, right? Right, only the correct answers from the devices in the column A in relation with the column B. So you have given couple of answers, but only one is correct answer. Right, ready? So let's have the right. Let me share the system. So what are the 2 advantages of a person can gain when purchasing item through online shopping? Yes. Can you type the answers? Online shopping. Yes. What are the advantages? Okay, good. Let's discuss the answers. For this one, online shopping. Yes, mention two advantages of a person can gain while purchasing an item through online shopping. So first of all, you will have a global market. You can sell goods to anywhere, right? So similarly, person can purchase from anywhere, not now, not you are not restricted to any particular city or a country, right? So you will have a global market. So that's the first one. Then it will be open throughout the day, the whole day. So usually we say 24/7. When you see 24/7 means it's open, right? 24 hours, you can purchase at any time you want. You are not restricted to any time limit. And 7 days of week, which means whole time. Right? So it will save a lot of time and effort. Like, for example, it saves traveling time, right? The cost. And also like, you can shop at your free time, right? And especially when you look for products, sometimes you missed physically. If you go to a store, sometimes you don't see these items. It depends on how they have arranged within these shops. So sometimes we missed out. But in online shopping, you can easily select, you can select the color, you can select the size, and then you can see all the styles, because sometimes there will be a pictures, the models like wear those. So you can get an idea before you fit on how it look like. You don't have to fit on. So then you can fit it on, right? You can pay electronic payment. Yeah, you can use a card or now we have online wallets or you can have easy cash. There are like a lot of electronic payment method where you don't need physical money to pay. Yes, and then they deliver the goods at home, isn't it? You don't have to, once you pay through online, you will get goods at home. Home delivery, we call it. Okay. So those are the answers. Okay. Right. Let's move to the next one then. So I need only the answers. Part A, input devices. What is the answer? Output devices. What is the answer? Only correct answers. Right. Yes, your answers. If we are getting answers. I'm receiving your answers. I'm waiting for the others. Right. So let's look at the answers. I got only very few answers. I don't know why. The first of all, we can say input device. So when it comes to input device, it's only the scanner here, right? The answer should be the scanner input device. You can get the printed material as a digital one. So that is only one input device. Second one, output devices. When you look at the output devices, monitor is the output device for the second one. For the first one, we got the answer. Yes, input device, we have a scanner. Second one, we will have monitor. Then it says volatile memory. Volatile memory means when power goes off, if it is erased, then it's volatile memory. So volatile memories, there are two. We have RAM, main memory, it's a volatile memory. Cache memory is also a volatile memory. When power goes off, whatever inside the cache will erase. So there are two answers for volatile memory. Then we have fourth one, fiber optics. I cannot find any answer here. Usually fiber optics are used in the networking to communicate signals through light. We use the lights to travel from one end to the other end. So I'm not really sure which one is directly related to the fiber optics. But anyway, so let's see your answers. Yes. Some says fiber, you say Blu-ray, monitor. I can understand the situation. I think for me, I don't have an answer for that one. Fiber optics are used in networking especially. And this is like network technology. where I couldn't find any answers for that. Okay. So anyways, so good. Now let's move on to the next two set of questions, question number 6 and 7. Yes, try to find the answer. First one, write the difference that exists between impact and non-impact printers. And the second one is on what devices can connect to each port. So there are a few ports are listed here: VGA port, HDMI port, USB port, and then PS2 port. So you are supposed to come up with what are the devices can connect to these ports, right? So those are the questions. Okay, so let's start answering the question. So let me share. Okay, first one, write the difference that exists between impact and non-impact printers. Very important. Yes. Yes. What is the answer for the first one? Right. What do you mean by impact? Something is, hit and make a print. Now, for example, dot matrix printers. And then we have non-impact printers like laser printers, inkjet printers, thermal printers. The question asks, what is the differences in these two types? Yes, good. I got one answer. Yes, others think about a better answer than what is already there. Write your own answer, right? Try to make it a better answer. Right, let's discuss the answer. We know one thing, this impact, they make a lot of noise. It's noisy printer. Whereas if you take other printers, laser printer, inkjet printer, they are less noisy. So for example, if you think of purchasing a printer for hospital, you should use, right, non-impact printer. And remember, impact printers are very expensive. Printers are very expensive. When you say not expensive, printers are very expensive. If you take the dot matrix printer, it's very expensive compared to inkjet printer, right? But the cost for a paper or cost for a print is very low for impact printer. And quality is also low. Impact printers, the printer quality is also low. Whereas other non-impact printers, the quality is high, cost of a page is high, right? And sometimes you get better quality outcome. And impact printers are slower. That's a good one, good point. They are slower, low quality, good one. Right, I think all the other answers contains the same thing. So it's a good one actually. Yeah, we'll move to the next one. What are the connecting devices? Name some devices which connects to VGA, HDMI, USB, and PS2. Easy question. Let's discuss the answers. Right. So we can use what? VG, these are graphics, especially for connecting monitors. You can use VG to connect monitor or a projector. HDMI, it will be the same. You can connect to monitors, right? You can connect to projector. You can connect to TV and so on. Then USB, okay, you can connect many. Yes, what devices? Anything at all. You can have keyboard, right? You can have mouse, scanner, printer. What else? Speakers. The newer speakers you can directly connect through USB. Webcam. Yes, phones, tablets. That's also possible. Many, right? You can think. Even pen drives, yes, that is also correct answer. Then PS2, this is to be used. Nowadays, we have very rare this now. We use keyboard and mouse. So old days to connect keyboard and mouse, we were using this. Right, good one. I think majority of you got correct answers. Some I have here and there, so some mistakes. But I think you can study these parts. Right, let's move on to the next part. Right, again, think about the answer. Right, I'm going to share the paper again. Here is the paper. When you finish finding the answers for this question, please raise your hands. If you found answers, please raise your hands. Then I will show the next answer. Next question, sorry. Okay, let's move to the next question then. The question number 9. The use of electronic presentations. The use of electronic presentations. Right. Okay, let me share the answers. Answer platform. You can now submit the answers. So what is A, what is B, what is C, and what is D? Easy question. If you remember what we have done. Right, let's see the answers. No, no answers yet. Yes. Yes, I already received some answers. Yes. Yes, what are the devices in ABC? This is a network, right? What you see is a network environment. You see there are some desktop PCs, there are some smartphones, laptop, iPhone, then we have server computers, and then we have some network devices, and that's what you have given to, right? We have A, B, C, and D. You are supposed to recognize. Okay, let's discuss the answers. Yes. First of all, A is a modem, especially when you have um, telephone line and then you want to connect to the internet, you need the device called modem and demodulator, right? You didn't write down the tasks. You are supposed to write down the task as well. The question has two parts: identify and write the tasks. So modem actually modulate and demodulate, which means the computer, we use digital signals. Telephone line, we have analog signals. So it will convert analog to digital and digital to analog, and that is what modem does. Then B, if you look at B, it's a firewall, not firewall, right? Firewall. Or it could be a route as well. So either it could be a route or a firewall, because the routers, inside the router, you have the firewall hardware, which will block unwanted traffic coming from outside. You know that sometimes even our computers try to send our data to the outsiders. When we use the software, some software, they have decided to steal our data. So what router does, so it will restrict the incoming and outgoing, traffic from the network, right? So it's the one who prevents access coming from outside, right? So that's a B. Then C could be a switch or hub, because there are some wired networks. So what you see here is wired network. When you want to create a wired network through wires, you need a US hub or a switch. So this could be a hub, simply hub broadcast messages, but then switches are more intelligent. So the switch can be used to have wireless connection. Then the D is known as Wi-Fi access point, where if you need to create a wireless access point, you need D, that is wireless or Wi-Fi access point, or in short, we can say Wi-Fi, right? So Wi-Fi is actually used to create a wireless network, whereas switch and hub is used to connect wired network. Right, I think we discussed the answer for that one. That was a good one, isn't it? Okay, the next one. Specify two features that should be included in the design of a quality presentation. We discussed these ideas. Yes. What are the things? What are the things that we should consider when you want to have a quality presentation? Yes, come on. Hurry up. When you're preparing PowerPoint presentations, for example, what things you should consider? That was the question. Yes, color matching. Yeah. Sometimes we say color theme or design should be consistent. And you can use graphics, videos, photos to improve. Yes, remember The number is important. You have to use suitable number of images, pictures, tables, and charts. Right. Yes, font size, you have to have large font sizes. Good point. So you usually say at least you have to have 32 points. At least more than 32 points. Usually when you open a document, you have 11 points. You see 11 there. But when you are trying to make presentation, you have to have at least 32 points. So that's what it says. How about the number of lines? Can we have any number of lines in a slide? No, right? We have a limited, isn't it? Right, let's write down the answers. Number of lines we can limit just to say the 6 to 9. Larger font size such as about 32 points or more. Then grammar and English, very important. Check the grammar, right? Otherwise this will be problematic. Yes, colors, especially animations and videos, usually one item at a slide. And the percentage should be prepared depend on the audience you have. Okay, then we have done that one. Last question from part 1. Right, last question. It's an easy one. You can type the answer in the chat for this one quickly. You can type the answer in the chat. Yes, answer in the chat, please. This is easy one, and I don't know why you are taking so much time. So if you start with the A, right? A is parallel port. So this is parallel port. Right? A is parallel port. Then B is PS2. There are two ports for mouse and keyboard. C, USB. Right? C, USB. D, VGA. That's all. Only very few answer this question, and this is actually very simple one. I was wondering whether you have not studied well the previous questions, right? Anyways, I have given you the answers, and I will share the paper as well, so then you can easily use it. Right? Okay. Right. Let's move to the next one. Question number 2. Okay, maybe I can share the paper now. So I'll through WhatsApp, I'm sharing the paper now. So then it's easier for us. Okay, now you can get it from the paper. Did you got the paper? Okay, good. Tulina, let me know whether you have received the paper.
Yes, I have received.
Right. Let's try to answer question number 2. Question number 2 tells us a logical circuit related to automatic safety brake system used in a modern car. And this braking system works only if the following condition pertaining to the circuit are fulfilled. The engine of the vehicle is in operation. So input as 1, non-functioning, it's 0, engine of the vehicle. Sensor detects that the driver is asleep. Input eye open as 1, eyes closed 0. When vehicle driving speed of 30 km or more, there's a barrier of less than 5 km. Right. So sensor that detects that drowsiness. Yes, sensors that detects drowsiness. Yeah, I think from here, open 1, closes 0. So the braking system works when the driver is asleep. Aim the logic gates correspond to location indicated by X and Y in the circuit. Yes, what do you think? What should be X, what should be Y? Right, now let's write down. So engine start. If it is engine start, then it's 1. Yes, that's the first one. Not start, it will be 0. Right, so that's then barrier detection. Yes, 30 kilometer per hour or more, we have 1. Less than 30 km, it's 0. That's the speed measurement sensor. Then barrier detection sensor. So we have eyes open, 1, eyes close, 0. Drowsiness, so eyes open 6, no drowsiness. And then this is drowsiness. So what should happen? X and Y? Right. Now, don't you think X and Y both should be ANDed together? Any other gate will not work. Yes. So one thing I think the place where you missed with the drowsiness thing. So drowsiness usually eyes closed. We want to have it that true, or else one it's you are normal. But anyway, you have to combine speed measurement as well as barrier direction. So either you can use O operator or AND operator. Yes. Either you have drowsiness, then you have to have a braking system, yes, or else speed is more, then we know that there's a barrier, you want to check. So any of the cases should be forwarded to Y. So the X is what? We can have O gate. Yes, why O gate? Either detects a drowsiness. Drowsiness means you are sleepy, feeling sleepy. In that case, or if your measurement is high and then there's a barrier, right? So then there will be a barrier anyway. So you detect the barrier and then that will indicate it here. So here we have to make sure that the engine is startup position. So that means this is AND gate, right? So the answers are, we can say X is a O gate, right? And Y is AND gate. Yes, X is O gate and Y is AND gate. So that's the answer for these two. Second one, can you send me the truth table? Right. Now let's draw the truth table. So how many inputs are there? We have A, B, C, D. So if you in this manner, then what is the outcome of here? So this is AND gate. If you have input B and C, what is the outcome? If the input is B and C, what is the outcome of this gate? Yes. This is and means Boolean multiplication. Yes, that means if you have B, if you come in from here from B, and here if you are getting C, right? Outcome of this is B dot C. So from this side, we will have A. Yes. What is the outcome here? You are getting A from the top, bottom, we are getting B dot C. Right, good. So from the top, we will have A, O gate is plus B dot C. Right. From down, we are getting D now. So here we are getting. So what is the final one? Yes, F final one. What is F final one? Yes, come on, hurry up. Yes, remember that this is one and this is another. So you have to multiply these two together. So when you are writing the final answer, the expression F, we need to write like this: A plus B dot C dot D. So this is how you should properly type the answer. Right, now draw the truth table. So you know how to draw the truth table. We have 4 inputs. So you can have A, B, C, D in the truth table. Then we can have B dot C. Then you can have A plus B dot C. Finally, you can have A plus B dot C dot B. So this is how you can draw the truth table. Okay, I think we can finish for this point. We can have the extra class like yesterday to complete the remaining parts of this, but you need to finish the paper and send me through the WhatsApp, right? Then we can discuss and finish. The part one, we'll do it in the class itself, okay? So we'll meet again with the extra class and then we'll finish for today. Okay, first of all, complete the truth table and send it to me through WhatsApp.